going on, guys? It's me again, back here on my CK3510, and today's project is putting in a 12-volt power outlet. I'm going to end up putting one in here because on this model, the actual regular model, not the SE model, does not have a 12-volt power outlet. But if you'll see here, I'll pull up the seat. Back here is where that, on the SE models, you should have a 12-volt power outlet, or as I would call it, a cigarette lighter outlet, or cigarette outlet. But today I'm trying to put in a power outlet so I can end up putting this in. I'm trying to put a backup camera. Now this is an RV backup camera, and it's wired, it's not Bluetooth. So I need power to be able to run this. And I got this idea from Tim from Timber Vision. He has a YouTube channel called Timber Vision, very knowledgeable. And ever since I've got the grinder on the back, the stump grinder on the back, I've watched his videos and he's been very helpful in things. And I want to do this. This is what he had done, exact same camera. And I wanted to do exactly the same thing because I've noticed my neck is killing me just looking back trying to see what I'm stump grinding. So this should help out. This video is just going to be actually just me putting in the cigarette lighter out. This thing right here. And I'm having a hard time trying, well, I did have a hard time trying to figure out where I'm going to put it, but I actually think I want to put it right in this place. Hopefully it'll fit just perfect. I don't have any rear remotes or hydraulic lines, and I don't think I'm going to have any in the future right now. But that's where these would go, and then your little label sticker would go there. So I don't think I'm going to be hurting sitting it right here. Also, the reason why I'm doing it with a power outlet instead of just hardwiring it straight to a power source is I want this twofold. I can use this as a charging port for my cell phone. You can get those plug-ins that have your USB and the USB. To put in there. So when I'm not using my camera, I'm going to take it off, unplug it, and then I'll have this for being able to plug in to be able to power up even earbuds or anything of that nature to have. So I feel like I got plenty enough room under here. This is a piece of plastic. It's bolted in, I think 3 bolts, and this piece of plastic will come right off. And I believe, I mean, it'll probably be expensive, but if I did mess up, should be able to order one pretty quick, and it's not going to stop the functioning of the tractor if I need to use it. So what I'm going to tie into is this line right here. So my third function valve is tied in off of this existing line or wire, and the dealer, when I got a third function valve on, put this in with a fuse and then ran it in, and it comes all the way back up to here. Now I do think it's only operated when the key's in and on that you'll be able to get this, so that's when this would be powered as well, which I'm fine with. And so now I gotta do some wiring, and I'm not an electrician, so I know some of y'all might scream, whatnot, but hey, I just like doing things, learning on my own and trying to figure out things. So y'all just stay tuned while I start getting things prepared. All right, so before I start wiring, came to my attention that I've got these from Amazon. It was $8.50 for 2 of them, and it actually came with the wires for them also, positive and negative, and it also came with the one that's got a little fuse in it as well. So if you didn't have something to run off of, you could just tie in straight to a power source and you'd have a fuse in it. Another thing about this one is you can have this one where you can put screws in it, or you can take it off and just use the circular part of it. Probably just gonna leave this on for now. It's not gonna hurt to add 2 extra screws to make sure it stays in. The bottom piece screws on, so once you get it through, you'll thread this on. But I took it off so I can get a measurement of the hole I need to cut. So if you see here, I'm gonna try to do it where the camera can see. So with these, it's looking, the inside's right at 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches is what I'm seeing. Wait, sorry. Y'all see I pulled it from the outside. I need to pull it from the inside. So you're looking at about Probably right around an inch. Yeah, looks like the inch on the inside of this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the drill bit, come over here, find the inch one, and put it in here, and then I will start wiring. So, yep, hold on. All right, guys, finished it up. There she is. Now the moment of truth, testing it out. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of power. And then I have, where did I put that thing? And this is, I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to wherever the power outlet is for. Oh, see, that's, so stick that in there. That's for the camera that I have, and we're gonna push it, see if it lights up, and we have power. See, yeah. Perfect. So that works. I can hear my third function clicking, so I have power going to both of them, which is awesome. Also, with that being said, I'll pull that out, but I got this out. I keep one of my side-by-side to be able to charge up phones. So if I'm out there, I buy one for here. So if I need to charge up my phone, I can. So basically this hole ended up being a little bit over. It was about 1 1/8 inches. So I had to make the hole a little bit bigger. I didn't use the backing because I actually thought that fit in there pretty slick for me anyways. This bolt right here is a 10mm. It only comes up, the nut that's on the bottom is actually welded onto the brace that it is. So I pulled that out with the 10mm. I took my negative, slid it up under the plastic, and in between that and the hole, or the metal bracket. So I bolted it back down, and now I have my ground, my positive. You saw that. And I had to screw in the cigarette lighter under here. I had to come in from the back to do it because it was so hard to reach around at the top. So I'm gonna clean up some of these wires, zip tie them, move them over so they're not dragging and get caught on anything. But I am actually really pleased with that. And I'm gonna do a separate video with the camera right here. So if anybody else is wanting to check that out, I'll put that out a little bit later when I actually mount it on here. And maybe those that have bush hogs, it might be helpful as well, having a backup camera so you're not having to constantly look back at your attachment. You can just stay focused forward and you have a camera screen right up here. And a good thing about Coyotes is this is metal, so we've got magnets. It'll stick right on there, and then you can take it right off if you don't need it. Another thing, another YouTuber had put a 12-volt outlet right here. He had put right across from where the key is. He found out there's a lot of space in here to be able to put one. So took a couple bolts off, lifted it up a little bit, and then he was able to drill this hole and put it here. That was best for him. The only con, and he didn't realize it when he had it, that he had one that already had a USB in it. So it automatically, it had a LED light that lit up behind it when it had power, and he had it straight powered to the battery to give it power all the time. So that can be a con if you're doing this, and if you're on Amazon and you say, hey, I want to get one of those 12-volt outlets, but already have the USB in it and stuff, be mindful to see if it has the LED light in it, because if you do have one of those, it's not going to draw off that much power, to my knowledge, that it's going to mess up anything. But if your tractor sits like mine kind of in the winter, I don't do much with it, especially with all my kids and all that activity, you have a potential of draining the battery down just with that light staying on constantly. And that's also if you run it straight from the battery and it's hot all the time and not off just a key switch. So just things to be mindful of. Hey, I appreciate all you guys watching. I hope this is helpful for anybody else that's trying to do something like this. I haven't seen this particular thing done on or in the exact same place on a tractor or on a Coyote. So I hope this is helpful for some of you guys. Also, I want to thank all the other guys that are making videos out there, because without the videos on YouTube and my Facebook group that I'm on, I mean, I wouldn't be nearly as educated on this machine right here. And some of you guys out there are genius. Y'all are straight geniuses. The stuff that y'all make for these tractors, I'm like, how would you even think of that? But I guess when you got time on your hands sometimes, and actually when you're actually smart, hands-on, you do good things. So, hey guys, I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments, put them down below. Hopefully we can keep this community rolling, and like always, stay tuned.